Where are you?
I'm from India.
Cool, man. I'm in Malaysia.
You are in Malaysia. Okay. Thank you,
Yeah.
firstly, um, for accepting my invitation and accepting to be on my show.
No, no problem. I'm curious. I'm curious to find out more about you and your show as well.
So I've
Yeah.
gone through a profile and I came to know that you put tweets on tech. At the same time, you put tech tweets on SaaS industry.
Yeah. So I'm a software developer, but at the same time, I'm also building software for myself, building SaaS, trying to build SaaS businesses. So that's what I'm focusing on at the moment.
So before talking
Yeah.
about that, can you please introduce yourself to my audience?
Yeah, sure. My name is Farez. At the moment, I'm originally from Malaysia, but I live in Malaysia and also in the UK in London. So split my time between those two places. But right now, well, for the last 2 years, I've been in Malaysia, and I've always been a freelance web developer. But since 2, 3 years ago, I started also building SaaS products for myself, for my own business. And at the moment, I'm focusing on building something for the Notion platform. So it's a product called Notion Invoice. So that's what I'm doing at the moment.
So you're a freelancer at the same time you build you're building software for yourself, which is SaaS. So can you tell more about it?
Yeah. So for my own SaaS products, I mean there are they my goal is to try and build very small but small pieces of SaaS products that solve specific problems. So, for example, one of the products that I have out there that people are using is it's called Mark Folder. It's basically a simple bookmarking tool for Twitter, so you can use it to bookmark tweets. So, and then the next one I'm working on is called Notion Invoice, which is an invoicing solution for people who use Notion. Uh, so these are the kind of things that I work on, and mainly I try. I'm always learning, of course. I don't know everything. So the goal with each project is to learn as much as I can about building SaaS products, so I can build a better one next time.
So you said you are a web developer. So what you have built, what were your projects do? You work only as a freelancer or you work for a company?
Only freelancer. I've never really worked for a company. So most of my clients are in the UK, and usually they are either like non-profit bodies or local government bodies. So for my freelance, I usually use Drupal as the platform, because a lot of NGO and governments they use Drupal. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, can you see 1 second? Can you not move because that moves the camera. Sorry, because the table is moving. Looks like I'm on a boat, but I'm not. So my clients in the UK, they use Drupal to build like government services, for example, forms for applying for housing. So these are the kind of things that I build for my clients. But for my own projects, I still also use PHP, which is what Drupal is built on. But I use Laravel for my own projects. But I'm also learning new tools all the time. So,
So what is SaaS? What is SaaS and what you're doing with that?
mm. So SaaS is. Do you know what the meaning of SaaS is, or you want to know
Yeah,
what?
software as a service. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So software as a service. So basically, um, a SaaS is software that you build mostly on a web. It's a web software that you can use. So so of course you have desktop software, like you can, for example, download Word to use on your desktop. So that's a piece of software that runs on your desktop. But then SaaS is the same kind of thing, but it's hosted on the web. so you don't have to download anything. You just log in and use. So I think that's well, as a developer, that kind of product is easier to build, because when you as soon as you add something to the software, you just upload to the website and everybody can use it. Whereas if it's a piece of software that you have to download, then whenever you need to do updates, you need to make sure everyone downloads to get the update. So there's more management involved. With SaaS, it's easier for people to use. It's easier for you as a developer to update, and also it's easier for people to try and test. You don't have to download anything, right? So you just go to the website and sign up, or sometimes you don't sign up, and you can just use the tool straight away. Right? So that's why SaaS is appealing to me, because I think it's it's easy to build for someone. If you know how to code, you can build it. You don't need a big team.
So I'm preparing for AWS Cloud Solution Architect position. So where I
Cool,
had heard about this,
cool.
about SaaS, PaaS,
Yeah.
all the three
So you,
things. Yeah.
so you're going to be like an AWS engineer, or are you doing that now? Or
I took training. I have
ah
completed learning some of the AWS services, EC2,
ah
some services, database service, and some other services. I'm like beginner. I'm not into deep. I didn't work for any application. I didn't do any projects, but
yeah,
I know some basics. What is
yeah,
that, and how
cool,
where it is used, and how the basic definitions. I don't know. I didn't work. I didn't do anything with that. I
yeah.
didn't do. You are
You
already
understand?
doing that. You're already
Mm,
into that. So I'm a
yeah,
new thing. So just wanted to know where it is used and how you are using it. And you also
yeah,
said you're doing it for yourself. You're working for
yeah.
yourself.
The SaaS products I'm building for myself. Yeah. So it's for my own business and for
Okay.
my own interest. So I would be using something like AWS to host my website or my software.
Okay.
Yeah. So someone like you would be supporting my product.
So you have a company or
Yeah, I have a company for my freelance work, uh, but I don't have any company yet for my SaaS products. Well, all my SaaS products I'm building under my freelance company, because none of them are making a lot of money yet. Once they start making more money, then I will create new companies for them. But for now, everything is under one company. So I'm using the same company to do my freelance work, and the same company for my SaaS business, for my SaaS
so
products.
how many SaaS products you have done till now?
I have uh, I have done many, but the one that is still live now is, I would say, two, and I'm building my third one for live. Previous ones, all I build because I'm always learning, right? I build and it doesn't work out, I close it down and I try something else. So it's always I think if I want to include everything, probably like 10 or 12. But those things are for learning, for because it's not just about learning how to build, but you're also learning how to do business, how to understand the customer, how to understand what problems they need solving. So all those are important for me to make a product successful.
So there will be a lot of people from different parts of the world will be listening and watching our conversation. So maybe you will get some customers from my side too. So what kind of products that you can build? You said already what you build. You said you are learning. So what can you build and how much capability capacity you have? And I mean the scale.
Well, it's just me building it at the moment, and I think as a single developer, you can do a lot, because all these amazing tools out there, and sometimes you don't even need to code. There's so many no-code tools out there that you can use to build. So one of my products is a no-code product. So it's basically It's called Notion App Store, Notion App.store. And all it is like a directory of products for Notion, and it's built with Notion, and it's built in like 2 days, so you can do a lot as a solo developer. So for my freelance work, it depends on the project that the client wants. For example, in my last client project, the client wanted to move. It was a local government in London, like a local council, and one of the service that they provide was anyone can apply to get like cheap housing from the government, right? So everything needs to be done on paper. It's a paper form. So the project was to move all the paper form to an online form. So that was I was working with them to move all the forms online, basically. So that's kind of an example, like a typical example of what I do for my freelance clients. But for my own SaaS products, it depends. Sometimes, like I say, one of them is like a Twitter bookmarking tool, a browser extension. Another one is this Notion directory, Notion app directory. And this third one I'm building right now is called Notion Invoice, which is an invoicing solution for small businesses who use Notion. So for my own product, there's like different types. But for me right now, my interest in SaaS is more for building products for small businesses to use.
So you said about Notion. So can you tell in detail about that?
Notion?
Yeah.
Sure. Do you know what Notion is? Have you used Notion? Or?
No.
No. Okay. So Notion is a web app. Oh, no, actually, Notion is a service that lets you that tries to mix all different business tools into one. It's like an all-in-one tool. So it has a database, it has spreadsheet, it has documents. So it's a very easy way for businesses to create their own workflow using this one tool. So it's very popular for small businesses because in Notion they can create documents for themselves and for their clients. They can create databases to store customer information, so they can build like a CRM for themselves. They can store spreadsheets for doing maybe accounting, and also they can share all this with their teammates. So it's kind of like, I don't know how to compare with other software, but it's a really powerful platform for building systems and like apps for it to run your own business. And now Notion also has a lot of automation, so you can integrate it with other applications. For example, say you receive a lot of email, but you want emails from a certain group of people or from certain domains to go into your Notion database, you can do that. Or if you want, when somebody change a status of a task in Notion, because Notion can do like a task, like a project management board as well. So say, for example, someone completed a task in the project, then you can get it to say send a message to Slack so everyone knows about it, for example. So you can do all this kind of stuff because it integrates well with automation tools like Zapier or Automate. So it's a very flexible tool for you to create systems to run your business. But what's missing is an invoicing solution. That's why I'm building it.
Okay, so you're building something which is not there.
Correct. Yeah.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah, because small businesses. So for example, let's say me as a freelancer, I use Notion. I do my proposal in Notion, and then I do the work. When I finish, right now, um, I still need to go to another accounting package to create my invoice and everything, and then I have to
Yeah,
copy
yeah,
paste information from Notion.
yeah.
But I'm building something so that you don't have to do that. Everything is done automatically. It's through Notion.
Okay, that's amazing, man. So, so you're doing freelance work at the same time you are working for Notion as well,
I'm working for myself to build
SaaS
a SaaS
products.
product for that works with Notion. Yeah. So
Okay.
freelancing work now is slowed down a bit. I'm not taking on too much because I want to focus on building my own. Try my luck at building my own SaaS products.
Awesome, man. So, as a web developer, you have clients only from Malaysia, UK, or other countries too.
Right now, only UK. I used to have from from UK and also from other European countries, but not anymore. I only focus now on UK clients.
You give service to only just creating the websites based upon the functionalities that they give.
Yeah. So usually they have a particular need, particular problem to solve, and I will do the work to solve it for them.
After that, will you give service?
After that, yeah. So sometimes they require maintenance, so I will do month to month maintenance.
Okay.
But if not, then um, it depends on when they want to do the work next. So usually my projects will last between 1 to maybe 6 months. Occasionally it's like 1 year, but not very often. So after the 6 months, maybe there's nothing from the same client until maybe next year or 6 months later. So it's important to have different clients, so there's always incoming work.
So, when you started this building SaaS products for yourself,
Oh, uh, maybe 5 6 years ago, because I always like building things, like. But I think the first one that really got a lot of users is the Mark Folder one, the one that's for Twitter bookmarking, and that was launched 1 year ago. Before that, lots of products, not many users. But 1 year ago, the product I launched 1 year ago started having users, and until today, it still has people using it.
so how many products you built?
Uh, I would. There's two live now. I'm building the third one, and then before that, I built like 10 different ones. I launch and then nobody used it. I close down and I launch another one. But
So, can you use
this is the nature of building SaaS products. The first few, probably nobody, unless you are lucky, probably nobody will use, but you will learn a lot from the process.
so you do everything with this service?
Yeah, I do everything myself. Yeah. Yeah.
So, can I say you are expert in building SaaS products?
I guess so. Yeah. So yeah, building that's probably what I do most now. Yeah, building SaaS products. Yeah.
So, what you learned in this building process, in this learning process?
What I learned the most is
Yeah.
how to pick a real problem that people want to how to find problems to be solved with a SaaS
Okay.
product. Because if you are building software that doesn't solve any problems, then nobody's going to use it, right? But
Yeah.
if you find a problem that people are having all the time and they don't have a solution, then once you come up with a product, definitely they will use it because they have a problem to solve.
So,
Like,
uh, yeah.
yeah, well, like imagine if right now there's no video conferencing software. So let's say we don't have Skype or Zoom.
Yeah.
It's going to be a real problem, right? Because people,
So,
how are they going
communication.
to, for communication, especially now COVID, you can't go
Yeah.
to meetings and stuff.
Yeah.
So, so that if that doesn't exist, you may want to build something for people to have better meetings online somehow, so that it solves their problem. But if you are building something that nobody has a problem, well, if you're just building something it's fine if you're building something for fun. But if you're going to build a business around it, it has to be a real, you need to solve a real problem for people.
So I think you have a lot of experience when understanding user needs.
I think, yeah, I learned a lot from this building SaaS. I mean, I still have a lot to learn, but that's the number one thing I learned the most, like how to find, well, what I learned most is, like I said, the SaaS product needs to solve a problem, but also how to find the problem to solve.
So tell me the way you look at the problems that you get from your clients, the way you look at it, how you see it.
How I see it, how do I find it, or
how you look at the problems.
So for my freelance clients or for the SaaS products?
Both. I mean, I just wanted to know the way you look at it.
Well, let's say for freelance clients, I try to understand what is it that they're trying to solve for their business or for their organization. Because sometimes they come to you and say, we need this form, this 5-page form, can you build it for us? But I think it's important to know why they want the form, not just the what, but the why. So normally I will ask them why. Okay, I can build this form, but why do you need this form? Then maybe they will give some reason. Sometimes, it's clear what the problem is. Sometimes they think they need a form, but maybe the solution is something else, Then so your job or my job as someone who understands technology is to give them the alternatives. Say, okay, so now you have told me your problem. So maybe form is one solution, but maybe there's also a solution B or C, which can be quicker or cheaper to solve that problem. So that's how I normally see the problems that freelance clients comes to me for. As for SaaS products, usually I would find something online that I myself understand. So I think the best problems to solve are the ones that you understand yourself, So for example, I'm not going to build software for doctors because I'm not a doctor, because I don't understand how doctors work. But I will build software for other freelancers. I will build software for other software developers because I understand them. So when I come across a problem that other software developers have or other freelancers have, then I think, maybe I can solve this by creating a product. So that for SaaS, that's how I see the problems.
So what is your profile? How much experience you have in tech? What are the languages or what are the technical things, tools that you know?
I've always been programming since I was in school. So my number one skill is probably programming and building software, like software engineering. I did some research in university. Also, I was doing a PhD in London on network security, and recently I started looking into crypto, like NFT and stuff like that. So I have a very broad interest, but my number one skill, I think, when it comes to technical is probably programming, coding. And the language I use is PHP. So it's mainly PHP and JavaScript. So, on the back end, I use Laravel a lot and Drupal a lot. And on the front end, I use Tailwind, I use React, I use Alpine JS. So recently, I'm I've been interested in what's called the toll stack, TALL. So it's basically T stands for Tailwind, A for Alpine JS, uh, L, the two L's for Laravel, and Livewire. I think I might be wrong. So this stack is there's so many other stacks. Basically, there's so many other groups of software of technology you can use to build solutions. But at the moment I'm using this toll stack to build my SaaS products because I think it's really easy to build software with the toll stack.
Awesome. So,
Cool, man.
yeah. So, at last, do you have anything to say to the world who's watching and listening to us in my podcast or on my YouTube channel? So, do you have anything to say?
Sure. Like if you have any idea, I highly encourage you to build things. Even if you are employed or if you are freelancing, I think it's a really great skill to build something for other people to use because it's not just about building the product, but you understand a lot about other people, and at the end of the day, it's a tool to help other people. So if you can build something to help solve other people's problems, then you become valuable to other people.
Awesome. So I'll if you send me any web links of yours which shows your work, your projects, or your websites, any web links, if you send, I'll put in the description of this video. People who finds our video can see the work that you're doing and can contact you or can take the services
Okay.
and can use you can
I will send
for their
some
business.
links. Yeah, I will send some links to you.
Your company is registered in Malaysia or
In UK, in London.
in London? It is registered.
Yeah.
Okay, one man company.
It's well, at the moment it's two, me and my wife.
Okay.
because she quit her job 2 years ago and joined the company because she's a data consultant. So
Okay.
yeah.
So thank you, man. I missed you in the past hour, and I got you in this 30
Yeah,
minutes.
it's good to talk. So what's your goal with the videos? Are you building a lot of I saw you have a lot of content on your YouTube. What's your goal, or do you have a goal, or
Just want to understand I did masters in software engineering and did graduation in computer science and engineering. Just
yeah,
wanted to know the functionalities, want to know the user interface. If we communicate with different parts of the world who are into different professions, not only like you said, not only who are into technical world, I just wanted to know doctor what their functionalities are. If you talk with them, they'll say something. They'll use some
yeah,
doctor tech terminology which we don't understand, so it's a
that's true.
completely different. So like that police officer, like army officer,
Yeah,
like a author of a book. So
yeah,
when I'm interacting with completely different experienced people, they'll say something that which is not connected with my education background. So
yeah,
so that actually helps me in the improving the softwares or the applications that I'm involved in better. I can give better advices for the
yeah,
company where I'll work. So I just wanted to put this as a in the resume,
yeah,
so it adds to the value of my strength. So
yeah,
that's why the reasons, like you, great people who are sharing what is working for them, what they
yeah,
did. At the same time, it is a promotion for them, what they are doing,
yeah,
what they are doing, what is happening. Some people may take advices from you, may understand how it is working for you, so that it will be
yeah,
useful in multiple ways for
yeah,
me, for you, for everybody. So that's
yeah.
why
That's great. That's really good. So you're not just interviewing tech people. You're interviewing
yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
Who who would you like to interview next?
uh Next, actually my goal is to do interviews with Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and Sundar Pichai, all the top uh, people who are
Yeah,
into tech world. So that's my
yeah.
goal. I don't know, maybe after 10 years or 15 years, don't know which I'll get.
Maybe you should send them a message now. Maybe
I
they
have sent already. I have
yeah.
already sent.
Did they reply? Did they reply to you?
I sent to that Bill Gates and Bill and Melinda Gates
Uh,
Foundation.
uh,
So they are working. Bill Gates is not involved in Microsoft now, so he's
yeah,
involved in his free foundation. Like he's
yeah,
helping people through that foundation.
that's,
So Bill and
that's right.
Melinda Gates. I sent mail and they sent me saying that we are occupied with a lot of work now.
Uh,
So when we are
okay.
free, we will message you, Sai. All the best for your podcast and YouTube channel. So that's
Don't worry. Send them again. 20
again.
times, 30 times.
I already sent 2 times. So I'll wait for
Good,
30
good.
days and I'll send. So
Yeah,
after
good, good.
seeing our conversation, maybe they will think that, this guy
Yeah,
is
yeah.
doing something good with some
That's true.
professionals.
That's true. And you can show them, look, I have all these
Yeah.
videos as well. Yeah, I'm not joking around.
Yeah. So I
That's
hope that works soon.
yeah, I hope for you as well. Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. So thank you again for giving me your valuable time and you gave me 30 minutes. I had already 1 minute over, more than 30.
Ah, no,
Yeah.
no, no problem. And thank you for inviting me. It's a good chat.
So whenever you're free, try to watch my videos and listen to my podcast in your free time.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
at last, yeah.
once you put the link up to my video, send me the link as well, and of course I will share also your YouTube channel.
That's a great thing. So at last, what do you say about my video series? How as a tech guy, how it is going to be helpful for me?
About your, sorry, say that again. What's the question?
Uh, Tell me about my questioning in this conversation, my
Uh,
performance, and my videos that you watch. Tell me
I
about
think
me.
it's yeah. I think it's great. I think what I think could be useful is at the beginning of the video, if you can kind of give some maybe like a summary of the video, or why you are doing this video, because sometimes is when if they don't know you and they watch the video, they suddenly they go into the interview, they maybe not sure what's happening, so maybe like a short introduction, few seconds to say why you are doing this video, and then go into the interview. Maybe that will help.
So my performance. What do you say about my videos?
Great. I
You
think
you didn't watch that, but what do you by watching the overview, by seeing me talking with different country people, how it is going to be helpful for me for audience?
you you seem to be able to get your guests to give good explanations to things. So I think you have a good skill there to for interviewing people.
So thank you. Can I put this video on my YouTube channel with your permission?
Yes, you can.
And also, can I put this video and audio clip on my podcast website, social media, and everywhere with internet, everywhere with your permission?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
All
Keep
right.
doing what you love.
Yeah, thanks and good luck. Do keep emailing Bill Gates.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Si.
Bye.